Hi everyone, this is Sue Erickson from the Soggy Stamper. We'll be starting my live video in about 10 minutes, no, closer to 5 minutes. So, what? It's not finished yet. Okay, never mind. Share with friends, I will share with friends. At any rate, we'll be starting in about 5 minutes. Hey, I think I just figured out the secret to watching it on my iPad while I'm filming. Well, hi Trish, how are you doing today? Thank you for watching. So Trish, the whole time I have, bring them on camera. Who? The cards or the dogs? I sent the dogs away with Ron. He went out to check. We tore a hole in the roof of our travel trailer when we went camping a couple weekends ago. And just got an estimate on repairing the 1.5-inch tear in the roof. They want to replace the whole thing, and it's going to be, labor alone would be $5,000. So we're looking for a different estimate. Needless to say, we aren't going to be doing that unless that's the only way it can get fixed. At any rate, I just figured out that to watch this at the same time I'm recording on my iPad is I need to share with friends. Go figure. So anyway, I'm happy about that, to see that. Well, it was, yep, there it is. Well, a little disconcerting to have that close-up view. So I thank you for having a watch party with some of your friends while I was doing this. You guess what? How's everybody in your family? Are they getting pretty much well from the virus that's been going around? Oh, that's too bad. Sorry to hear that. But Mama with the baby, she's doing okay now? Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's really hard to tell whether you have the virus or whether you've got the sniffles. I kind of have a chronic cough. And so when I go in someplace and they say, have you had any of these symptoms? And one of them is cough. And I'll go, well, I have a chronic cough. And they go, oh, that's okay. And so they disregard it. And then in the middle of the night, I'll have a hot flash. And I'm going, am I getting a fever? So it's something that you have to, it's always on our mind. We have baby too. Yeah, I saw that you had another baby. So now you got 2 little ones. They're only what, about a week apart in age? Yeah, since you have been in contact with it or had somebody close, I'll bet you are worried about it. Got about 3 more minutes. Thank you those who have tuned in. 2 weeks apart. Thank you those who have tuned in, and I welcome anybody who joins on. I may not be able to respond to your comments once I start stamping because I have yet to figure out how to do that. Wow, a grandpa and a new dad at the same time. Quite an event. So that new baby has a nephew, right? Let's see. The new baby, no, wouldn't be a nephew. What kind of relationship would he be to the new baby? Well, at any rate, I'm excited to show you this new fancy fold card that I have discovered recently. And so I will turn the camera and let's get started. And Trish, can you still hear me? Okay, well, today the card I'm going to make, and I hope you can hear me. My music that connects to my headphones has stopped, so I hope it hasn't disconnected the headphones. If it has, I'll just have to remember to talk loud. So this is the card we're going to make today. It's called a bay window card fold because it sticks out like a bay window. And it folds flat for mailing. And I think it's just really cool. So there's another version I have made. So this one is the Christmas one, and this is what I'm going to display today, or show how to make. This one I made using Forever Fern, parts of the Forever Greenery bundle, or suite rather, from the annual catalog. So I have used the stamp set, and I've used the foil, the gold laser cut, Forever Gold laser cut paper, and the designer series paper for this card. The ribbon that I used is from the holiday catalog, Wrap It Up or something, and there was a red one and there's a green one for that. So that's this card. And I left it blank on the inside so that I can write something to my friend. So this card uses the beautiful Plush Poinsettias Specialty Paper. I had not opened it yet, but I decided that now was the time. And I'm using this pattern here. I think it looks like lace curtains at the window. In addition, I'm using some red foil that you can order from this catalog, red foil sheets, and I am using the poinsettia dies to make the flowers. One of the things that's very cool about the poinsettia dies is that, if you can look, they actually emboss at the same time they're cutting. It's actually two separate dies, or two separate pieces to it. Let me get them. I have them. So there's the die that you can use to just cut out a stamped image, and then the embossing part is on the inside. And just this week I learned a cool trick by using a bit of washi tape on the back. You can have those perfectly spaced, and they will stay perfectly spaced. And so I'm going to do that with these others too. You can easily take it apart when you want to cut out just the image, a stamped image. But I thought that was really very handy because it's hard, especially on some of the older magnetic platforms. It tends to pull the dies every which way. So we use those dies and the stamp set. No, I don't use the stamp set for this. Well, yes, maybe I do too. No, I don't use the stamp set on this one. So the inside says, "May the spirit of peace gently fill your heart and home in this most wonderful time." And that stamp comes from the Peaceful Boughs stamp set. It's great the way Stampin' Up! Things can coordinate and work together. And then this From Our House to Yours comes from the Itty Bitty Christmas stamp set. So let's get started on it. Set that over there. So this is what you need. And I posted this on my blog yesterday, on the Soggy Stamper blog, www.soggystamper.com. So this is on the blog, but I thought I'd have it here. Actually, I need it for reference when I do the scoring. So you need a 4 1/4 by 11-inch scored piece of shaded spruce cardstock, and a scrap of Whisper White for the greeting, which I have here. And you need, for the inside of the card, this measures 4 inches by 3 3/8 inch. And then for the specialty paper, I have two pieces that are 4 1/8 by 3 1/8. There. They go on the sides of the bay window. And then I have one that is 4 1/8 by 1 5/8. And you need a scrap for the to die cut your poinsettias. And of that, I used 5 of the smallest size. And then I used the next largest one, the smallest one here. One of the things that you have to be careful of, and it's good to remind your customers, is that when you take this one off the tape when it comes, be very careful, because it's easy to bend these little narrow things, the little narrow spots. So they have to be really careful when they release it. And then the greeting is cut out with this smallest of the Stitch So Sweetly rectangular dies. So that's all the supplies that we need. So we'll start putting it together. Get out the trusty scoreboard, paper trimmer. And on scored parallel to the short side, the first one is at 3/8. And I like to use this side of the thing because you've got more space along here to make sure it's square. So 3/8 of an inch there. Be sure to use the score one, not the cutting one. So easy to make that mistake. Then turn it around, and the next one, score line, is at 1 3/8. And then, oh, I'm sorry, 1 7/8. Oops. I was looking at the wrong part. 1 7/8, 3 5/8. Five 1/8. And finally 5 1/2. Okay. It doesn't look right. Check my measurements. Three 5/8. Yep. Then 5 1/8. Yep. And then 5 1/2. Okay. That's better. So you fold the card. Of course, while I'm doing it on live, I had my measurements off a bit. Okay, so the first fold is a valley fold. No, yeah, a valley fold and then another valley fold. Then you do a mountain fold. And another mountain fold. And then another valley fold. So your card is going to look like this when you're done. Okay, so the next thing is to apply your designer series paper. And last time I used Stamp and Seal. But you can see, probably, you can see that it shows through. So this time I'm just going to use glue dots. Maybe they won't show so much. So the narrower pieces go to the sides. that. And over here. And then the whiter one goes in the center. Trying to figure out how to make this with cutouts so that it actually is a window. But that when the card is closed, you would not see through the window. I haven't quite figured out how I do that, because what I'd love to do is cut it out, especially the center one here, so that when you look through it, you would see on the other side, you'd see the Christmas tree. I think that would be so cool. Okay, then for the greeting, well, I'll do some stamping first. I'm going to use Memento ink. It's my go-to for black because it washes off so nicely. Stamp from Our House to Yours. And I'm going to stamp the greeting on the inside. Yep, that looks good. We can put that greeting right in. I have yet to develop the technique for this, to keep it from not going off the end. Oh, not quite ready for that. We need to do first, this little piece here gets fastened down with a strip of tear and tape. And I have to put that on before I put the greeting on the inside so I know the positioning for the greeting. And I put that right on the part that's folded. And then fold it shut and press well. Now I can put the greeting in. Just space it kind of nicely. Like that. And I'm going to go cut out from here. Ooh, I didn't stamp that very well. Give it another try. Got to have a little more space. I'm really looking forward to when we get the mini stamp and emboss machine, because it'll be perfect for bringing under here. I'll be right back. So there, it's all cut out using the smallest of those rectangles. And I'm going to put it on the card using Stampin' Dimensionals. And you have to be careful. You do not want to put it along, let's see. You don't want to put them right along this edge, because this is going to slide under it to keep your thing open. Make sure I got the right edge here. Stick that along there. See, and then that'll hold it open so that you get your bay window. Okay, now to put the flowers on. Stamp and glue dots for the small ones. Wow, that's not very straight. See if I can fix that. That's better. You can kind of fluff these up a little bit before you stick them on by kind of fluffing them around the end of your finger so they have a little more dimension. And then I'm going to put this little one on with a mini Stampin' Dimensional. Kind of fluff those up a little bit. Before I put it on here though, poinsettias kind of have petals that are folded a little bit. They aren't flat, they don't curve. They don't curve up and out or down. So kind of make a little bit of a fold in them. I found it was too hard to do that with the little ones. Kind of have to move it around so you can get the small one centered so that it's over the gaps in the larger petals. And then I'm going to put that on with a glue dot onto the card. And there you have it. Bay window fold, fancy fold card. You can decorate it as fancy as you like, so you can make it really fancy like the one I did. Really fancy like this one. Or you can make it a little more simple. It's very versatile and it is very quick to make. Once you've done it, the first time through, getting the folds correct can be a bit of a challenge. There you have it. thank you for watching, and I encourage you, if you need the supplies to make this, to visit my store, Creations by Sue at stompanamp.net. And like I said, I have this on my blog from yesterday at www.sagistamper.com. And if you have any questions, be sure to email me or give me a call. And I hope you have a great afternoon, and thank you for watching. I will be here again next Friday with another card, so maybe another fancy fold. So have a good weekend, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.